Hey everyone, this is smpratte, and today we're going to talk about another mildly controversial topic in the hobby, weight packs. Weight packs have been around since the beginning, but I would say they really found their stride about 5 years ago. For those who aren't aware, weight packs are literally just that. You take a pack, usually a vintage pack, weigh it, and if it's heavier, it probably has a hollow. If it's lighter, it probably has a non-hollow card. So what people are doing at the end of the day is they're optimizing the packs without opening them, which obviously isn't the purpose of a pack. The point of a pack is to open it up and to get that, that hot Charizard or whatever it is. That's what keeps this hobby going, is that excitement. That's why people tune into pack openings, is because of that excitement, that organic excitement of pulling that special card. Now, the idea of pack weighing is very nuanced today. In fact, my claim, I'll get it out there right away, my claim for any business that buys collections, you unfortunately have to weigh packs. I'm going to break down why. I'm going to talk about why. We're going to talk about how this has all changed, the evolution of weighed packs. So if we go back to about 5 years ago, around 2014, majority of the people weighing packs were the new age flippers. Now there may be vintage because they've been around 5 years or so, but it was mostly these guys coming in to make quick cash. And there's two components here. It's first weighing the actual packs, and then the other aspect of how you present that information to the market. So back then, primarily the people who were doing this were not disclosing that they were weighed. So they'd be selling packs, you'd buy a pack, and you're getting nothing but non-hollows because they didn't disclose that they were already weighed. I think the most insidious example I've heard was the people who went to stores, weighed the packs in the stores, left the light stuff for all those poor kids. I mean, that's like final level PSA 10 scumbag right there. So that was the climate back then. Naturally, most collectors were frustrated because, again, not only were people weighing packs, but more importantly, they weren't disclosing that aspect. Where today it's much more nuanced. There's such a variety between these 2 points. And that's why ultimately I say you have to weigh packs as a business. So for someone like myself, I'm buying a collection at least once a month, and I'm not even like the Troll and Toads or the DA Card Worlds who are constantly taking in collections every week, every day. So if you're in that position, you're buying secondhand sealed product. I don't know if that's weighed or not. And the only way I can know is by weighing that. Because today, weighed packs are market standard for vintage. Why that is, two main reasons. WotC era has the largest discrepancy between a light and heavy pack. Also, the largest discrepancy between more value and less value. When you look at something like modern, the average mint to gem mint WotC hollow is larger than any average modern anything. And also, modern is pretty much unweighable. I think Pokemon does a fantastic job of putting the proper inserts in there for the correct pull rate, the weight of the pack, because they put some effort into trying to negate this aspect because they understand, as most people do who look long-term macro at the markets, you want that randomness. You want that unknown because that's what keeps us here. That's why we're here today. That's why Charizard is valuable. That's why all this stuff is exciting. Again, it's why people tune into pack openings. I'm actually going to break this box right here in a separate video, and it will be exciting because I don't know what it contains. That's the entire point of sealed product. So, the WotC era is really where all this is relegated. It's mostly just the vintage era, again, because there's a larger discrepancy between heavy and light and the value between the two. So naturally, this is where all that money market stuff funnels into. Now, I'm not trying to paint this with a broad brush like in 2014. 2014, majority, 90% of the people doing weight packs were through and through scumbags. They didn't care about anything but making quick money. They didn't care about who they deceived or what they did. It was all short-term focus. Where today, there are a lot of honest people weighing packs, like I mentioned in that scenario, which is very organic for a business. It's something you simply have to do to properly present the product. And if you notice on my store, I don't really sell that many vintage packs because I was always in this conundrum where I'm like, okay, I bought a variety of packs from somebody, handful of, let's say, fossil packs, rockets, maybe some E-series, whatever it may be, and I don't know how to properly list that without saying, hey, this is the exact weight. And I think that's the ultimate solution for today, is just to show the exact weight of the pack. The buyer pays whatever they want to pay for that weight, done deal. You can't be any more transparent than what you're doing. And I think the scenarios I'm going to give you here, some of the common themes you see are going to be people who are transparent, but then you have this other element behind the scenes. Another thing that I worry about as a business, or anybody who's a business trying to sell this product. I think one of the common themes is that when you see, like, let's say 12 to 18 packs, you're like, oh, they probably opened a box, these are all the light packs, they open all the heavy packs. It's a very common assumption because it is a reoccurring theme in the hobby. And again, transparency is what it's all about. Transparency nullifies all of this. If you just say, yes, these are light packs, these are the packs I didn't, I pulled all the others, these are the ones that are probably mostly non-hollows, straightforward. You know what you're getting into. But again, I think the ultimate solution is just weighing the product and showing the exact weight, because again, we're at a point now where the ideal has been broken. Because of those flipper warriors from 2014 who just marched on through without any regard for anyone. That ideal situation we were in, the Garden of Eden, is over. So we don't have the luxury anymore of just buying product that isn't weighed. Now, the most optimal situation is definitely opening a box, opening it live, which some YouTubers do this. Some guys do this where they open the product. I remember a guy did this with First Edition Base a while back, a larger YouTuber who just had some Pokemon stuff on the side. And he said, yeah, here we are opening all the packs. These are the people who paid for these. You get 5 of them. You get 6, 1, whatever it is. So that is the most optimal organic situation. You have a box, you open it, and you disperse them evenly. Obviously, that's a very privileged situation. Most people can't go out and buy, especially First Issue Base box, and then just go through and organically sell every pack. So we're in a position now where the price is so high, the market is so optimized, product is so scarce, and more importantly, this trend that's existed for over 5 years now is in full motion. It's a snowball effect. It started earlier, now it's just this massive avalanche, and there's no stopping it. So the ultimate thing to do at the end of the day, if you are a business, is to show the exact weight of the product. Try to be as transparent as possible, because that's the best you can do at this point. Now, let me give you a couple examples of things to avoid. While we aren't in 2014 anymore, there are definitely some new finagled gimmick scumbag crap out there on the market. So let me throw some examples at you. Let me start with a positive, actually. The people you want to buy from are not only the reputable people, the people who haven't established everything, who, this is their life, this is their brand, this is their job. That type of person you can come back to every day of the week. If there is an issue, they will rectify it. That's the number one shopper you want for sealed product, number one seller. Within that, most of those guys are probably going to be transparent. They're going to be like, yeah, this one's weighed, I'll even open it for you, etc. The things you want to avoid are the guys who come in flipping product and posting some gimmick with it. Whether they're adding a frame, a case, whatever, something to it. That's absolute avoidance, 100%. Anybody adding some external element that isn't the product, you're going to have a bad time, because that's a workaround, a way to avoid disclosing these packs don't have holo cards. I don't care how hot, how sexy, how whatever it looks, it's not worth it. Because if you go and actually piece that stuff out, you can probably buy the packs much lower and whatever type of case holder, whatever you want, for much less. They're doing it to try and offload their light packs at a premium because they are out of their depth and they don't understand that you can just wait a year or so, be a little bit patient, and you'll probably make your money back with time. So that's probably the biggest thing I could throw at you to avoid, are the people who try to add a gimmick now, another layer to avoid that weighing aspect. And I think another angle here, while we're talking about things to worry about or look for, blister packs are tough in themselves. I've heard so many mixed opinions on, are they weighable? Are they unweighable? I know some people have, the guys with the atomic gram scales probably can weigh them. I personally don't weigh stuff. I haven't crossed that barrier. Like I said, I don't sell packs. When I do, I know I'm going to have to go buy a scale, feel terrible, and weigh this stuff to show the exact weight. But from what I hear with blister packs is that they're much more difficult to weigh, again, because of that external element. When you add a layer, it gets even more murky. So that'd be my general advice, is that when you have this added layer, not with the blister so much, but the added inorganic layer of like, oh, here's this case, this Ultra Pro case, this whatever it is. No, it's just a gimmick. And if someone can't be transparent with you, why would you want to be transparent with them? Why do you want to give them your business? If they can't be direct with you and say, yeah, this pack is weighed, or more specifically, here's the exact weight. And we're going to get to a point where we know the exact grams and everything. That's going to probably be ubiquitous in a year, 2, 5 years from now. You heard it here first. So if a seller can't be transparent with you, you shouldn't be transparent with them. That's the bottom line I'm going to give you. And I would say, again, most of these businesses who are opening product, the guys like the TCA Gamings, all the YouTubers, people like me or whoever it is who've been around forever, there's nothing to worry about here. But of course, new people get into the game. Some people do it because they think, oh, this is just what you do. But at the end of the day, if you are weighing product, again, remember that second point where you have to present this to people. Just declare it. At minimum, say it is lighter or it is heavier. Again, best solution is show the exact weight. Everything is right there for you to see. Everything is as transparent as possible. And again, if you are a business, it's something you have to do. It's something I'm dragging my feet on so hard. I have so much sealed product that I just let sit because I don't want to sell it because I feel so weird having to weigh a pack. Because for me, it like hits that core of a collector. I'm like, this isn't on. You know, it's too optimized for my taste. But I wouldn't put it in like the Shade City stuff. Only the guys who are not disclosing it or that Shade City nonsense. Because again, I think you have to do it to be transparent as a business today. So there it is, guys. That's the current climate on weighed packs. Again, it's not your mystery box level. It's not your custom card level as we go down, into the 9th level of Shade City. It's nowhere near that. Again, it's a market standard. It's something you have to do at this point, and ultimate solution is show the exact weight. So there you go, guys. I know this is controversial. Try to present it, as usual, objectively and in the middle, but let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think about this. And you know the deal. That's pretty much it. Till next time.